I am Rose from New Zealand.
And I am Carsten from Germany. We have created this channel to take you with us on our adventures overlanding the world.
We like to share our passion for traveling, exploring beautiful places, meeting people, learning about different cultures and food with you.
We have started our adventures and we will travel overland from New Zealand around the world in our caravan for the next 5 years.
On this channel, you will regularly find our travel videos.
We thought it's time to make a video about cost of full-time traveling in New Zealand. Over the past months we have been basically all over the North Island and we are now on the South Island. We will talk how much it costs us to travel and we will share our ways to save some money on the road. We are not connected to any companies mentioned in the video. If you are planning to come to New Zealand, we hope to give you some ideas how much it will cost to travel in New Zealand. And we will share as well places where we have been over the last months. We hope you like the videos and we're looking forward for your tips how to save money on the road. Thank you for watching. Our car of choice for the trip is a heavy upgraded Toyota Land Cruiser 200 series. We are towing a heavy caravan with 4 lithium batteries which giving us 800 ampere hours. And we're having 300 liter water with us. Because of that our fuel costs are very high, but on the other way we can go on freedom camping and living completely off the grid and saving money on accommodation. We are having a 170 liter fuel tank under the car installed that will give us the opportunity to tank wherever and whenever we need to, and we are not depending on high fuel prices. The truck got the ECU mapping to be more fuel efficient. We need around 27 liter fuel for 100 kilometer. Be aware, New Zealand is a volcanic island, it's very hilly, and that is one of the reasons for higher fuel consumption. We have spent a total from $3,487 on the trip for fuel. That's a shocking number, right? However, most people using less fuel, we are on the high side of the fuel consumption.
Fuel prices vary markedly on different petrol stations, so check the price difference. It can be up to 55 cents a litre in the same town or between small towns, big towns, even in the same chain.
Tip number 2. On some days of the week, they're having so-called super pump days. The price difference to another day of the week can be up to 10 cents. Just Google super pump days and you will find out about that.
Tip number 3, download the Gatsby app on your phone and you can search for fuel in your area, or if you're going to a new area you can check what it is there. And we got stung just we just got stung.
Today we have missed the super fuel day. Yesterday the price was $2.66 and today the price is $2.56 in the same city on the same petrol station.
It's $2.45, so it was a huge difference. Yeah, it's a big difference, so check it out.
And our last tip, Gatsby is actually only checking the local area and giving you the prices for that. In general it is much cheaper to fuel up or refuel in bigger cities than on the countrysides. The fuel prices are significantly higher on the remote areas, rural areas. If you're planning to go rural, fill up your truck so much as you can, fill up your car so much as you can. If you're going further away from big cities, the price is going really up.
Cooking and eating, and we often have a big dinner and often a very light lunch. Yeah, so we like to cook, we make our own bread, and we start with a good breakfast, and that is our routine.
Our tips for saving money on food. Buy the food from local farmers. They have often on the road some boxes or stalls where you can buy the food, actually the veggies or fruits directly, but you need cash money for that because they have an owner system for paying.
Yeah, plan meals, cook a bigger amount, cook once, eat twice. You could even use it for lunch the next day rather than buying something expensive at a bakery or on the way. Getting too hungry.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, when you're going somewhere remote in small towns, small cities, small villages, stock up your groceries before you are going. The most of the small local shops are more expensive than the big supermarkets in the cities. And in the supermarkets in the cities, you can use membership cards. Like New World has a club member card, and they're having a lot of products which are discounted with the cards. We had a couple of days shopping for groceries. It was like $45, and then with the club membership card discount, they took $9 off, which is a significant amount of money to save.
And then a simple one, but we do it, is make your own tea and coffee. You can have a thermos with hot water, and you can make a plunger of coffee or a cup of tea, and you can have it ready to go. Just do it.
It's against
$7 for a coffee.
Yeah,
wow.
It's against the Kiwi way of life because they love their coffee and coffee shops. But $7 for a coffee, for a cup of coffee, is actually a lot of money.
Yeah, and you can have really good coffee that you make yourself and enjoy it.
Anyway, we are not drinking coffee; we are drinking only tea. But I had yesterday.
I have one now.
I had yesterday a tea when I was waiting for the car, and the one cup of tea was $5. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a big saving, and yeah, you can adjust to it and just maybe have a coffee like once a week or every 2 weeks as a treat.
We did it.
Yeah.
Okay. Once per week, we are going out somewhere for dinner, picking nice places or having fish and chips. I had never fish and chips before, so it was my first time here in New Zealand. I was really enjoying it. However, in New Zealand, tips for the waiters are not expected. I have to make a correction to a previous comment. Today I had a pie, or a part of Rosie's pie, and it was really good, but it was from a butcher and not from the normal pie shops.
Our tips for accommodation, specifically for finding low-cost campsites, are: 1.
Using apps like Campermate or Rankers. You need to arrive on the free camping sites very often a little bit earlier, because often they are having limited spaces, like only allowed for 3 or 4 cars, campers, caravans to stay. So if you are too late, you're missing out. And you need to be fully self-contained to be on a free campsite. But most of the cars which you can rent here in New Zealand, or camper vans which you can rent here in New Zealand, they are actually fully self-contained.
Tip 2 is, if you're a member of an overseas partner organisation like a camping network, there is a lot of different ones, or you're a New Zealand permanent resident, if you were to join the New Zealand Motor Caravan Association, or NZMCA, they have a lot of discounts. So if you're planning to take the ferry from one island to another with a vehicle, the discount you would get is the same as, for example, your membership cost. And then there's a lot of other really good low-cost camps, and they have sites as well that are normally $5 a person a night, and so that would pay for your joining fee. And they also have a great network of low-cost sites that are called park over properties, and that members can find on their apps.
Yeah, the POP properties often is like between $5 and $10 per night, which is actually a very cheap deal. Another tip we have is using DOC campsites. You can buy actually a monthly pass or a yearly pass, and then you can stay free. Correct me if I'm right.
Well, you pay for the pass, and
You
then
pay for the pass, but then you can stay on the DOC campsites. There's just one down point on that. Some of the DOC campsites are not allowed to stay for pass members over certain times of the season, like between Christmas and
in the summer, basically.
in the summer, yeah, basically in the peak seasons. So they are not allowed to stay with a pass for free.
But sometimes they have more than one camp in the same area, and then because the dock is Department of Conservation, they're normally in beautiful areas. They often have walks, they have some facilities, and often they're also good for camping. So if you're in a tent, you can also use them because they have bathrooms and different facilities. And there are even some dock campsites that are free. So they're a great resource. And if you're an NZMCA member, you can also have 30% off at the dock campsites. So that's another advantage, I guess.
You need to check it out on their website.
Yeah.
And often the payment is going directly via bank transfer and in advance. You pay
Yeah,
you're transferring the money and then you can stay there.
Sometimes if you have cash, they also have a cash system where you can register when you arrive and put cash in the envelope, and depends on the place, but there is a website for that.
We have been on some beautiful DOC campsites,
Yeah.
especially in the Coromandel, I remember.
Yeah, and up north.
Yep.
So those are our camping site tips.
For saving money on the accommodation.
Yeah, and a regular campsite can be $50 or $60 a night, so paying $5 a person or $10 a night is a really great saving.
Yep.
Or staying for free.
Or staying for free on Freedom Camping.
Yeah. Entertainment.
Yeah.
Yes. We like to choose a few special things to do, and we don't do a lot of small activities. Maybe we choose something thrilling or different for us.
Over the last years, we have traveled New Zealand as Rose was introducing me to her home country, and during this time we have a lot of activities done which we will not repeat on this trip.
Sometimes we are choosing nature-based activities because it's a great way to see different beautiful places and also stay a bit healthy. And there's a lot of things.
We are just back from hiking. Normally, and in the past, we never was going hiking, but as we have changed over the last years and we have the plan to do a lot of other activities later in other countries, hiking is on the top list, especially in Australia later. However, here on this trip, I will repeat the bungee jumping on the Caravan Bridge, which I have done a couple of years ago, and I'm thrilled to do it again.
Beaches and wharfs and coastline is always free, and often things like museums or art galleries are free as well, like Te Papa in Wellington or different cities.
Yeah, and anyway, everyone is different, everyone has different likes. A lot of people just like to go for nature. We try to combine both things to have a lot of fun on our way, and that's all.
Under the category miscellaneous, we have included Starlink. We need that for work, and of course in remote areas there's no other network, and we like to be able to stop and work whenever we need to. New Zealand doesn't have great 5G, so you need something.
There are a lot of areas there's absolutely no network, so the Starlink is $190 per month. The cell phones are $115 per month, and then we have included in this item parking fees when we are parking our car in the cities. Of course, we have to pay their parking fees. That's included as well. It is a very difficult item to put money on this item. However, we're trying our best to do that here. And of course, if you are coming to New Zealand, most likely you don't need Starlinks. You can get just a SIM card, and whenever you have network, you have network. And if you don't have network, then you're fine as well.
Relax.
Yeah, relax. And of course, we need the Starlink for uploading YouTube videos.
We didn't include our car or caravan insurance or include the joining fee or annual fee for NZMCA. We had done that all before we started travelling, and if you were just visiting New Zealand, that would be included in your transportation costs or your rental costs. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
That's all what we have to say here. Thank you. Some final words to that. We are spending on the road $723 per week. After I have checked the fuel cost and was bringing it down to the average cost for a normal car, like 15 liters per 100 kilometers, the cost would be reduced to $515. If we are taking the Starlink out, the cost would be something like $465 per week. Of course, this is not including a camper van or the rental cost for a camper van, because everyone has their different likes and different preferences. But fuel, accommodation, food, entertainment, you could do for between $450 and $500 per week.
If you made it this far, thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. We hope that this information has been helpful.
And if you like the videos and like to see more from us, then please subscribe. Thank you very much. See you next time.